Hey, I'm Ross. Welcome to Deku Digest, your weekly series about movies and shows available on Deku. This week, let's talk about Jimmy in Saigon, The Den, and Keep Coming Back. First, Jimmy in Saigon.
My first couple years of coming out were during the beginnings of the AIDS crisis. I didn't know how to meet guys. I didn't know if it was safe. I was pretty quiet about being gay, and then I started meeting my own friends in college for whom it was no problem, gay and straight people. I came out and became politically active. I started focusing on my own life and began thinking about Jimmy and the family less. But I also learned at the same time my brother Andy was struggling with addiction problems. And I was talking to my sister, and I said, "Why is everyone so upset?" And my sister Mary said, "I've already had one brother die of drugs. I don't want another one to die." That's when I learned about the telegram. It felt like a little bit of a betrayal to me at that point. You know, I suppose that's kind of when I grew up, because I realized that the story was more complicated than I thought it was.
The critically acclaimed documentary Jimmy in Saigon begins as a personal exploration into the mysterious death and radical life of Jimmy McDowell, an American 24-year-old Vietnam veteran who died as a civilian in Saigon in 1972, all while filmmaker Peter McDowell, Jimmy's younger brother, was only 5 years old. While investigating Jimmy's past, Peter takes us from the Midwest of the United States to Vietnam, France, and back home again. In his quest to get to know his brother, he uncovers a hidden romance, new family ties, and a remarkable global love story. Executive produced by Dan Savage, this riveting and emotionally resonant film offers a poignant glimpse into the short life of a young man whose sole desire was to be loved, in spite of a myriad of social obstacles and the fog of war. Next up, The Den.
Ci può incartare tutto per favore perché mangiamo in spiaggia.
Poi prendiamo un Luke Giovanni, sì, un Luke. E 2 birre in bottiglia.
Ciao, una Coca-Cola.
Ok.
Grazie.
E anche un'acqua, scusi.
Ciao,
Ciao.
ti ricordi di me?
Come no? Luca. Come stai?
Tutto bene? Te?
Tutto bene, tutto bene.
Ciao.
Ciao,
Presento mia moglie Barbara e Giovanni mio figlio.
Piacere.
Luca. Non sapevo che ti eri sposato una modella.
Che carino. Grazie. Ma in realtà tanti anni fa, in pensione.
Ah, ecco.
Ecco a voi.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Quant'è?
10,50. E voi invece come vi conoscete?
Veniamo in vacanza qui da bambini.
Sì, io ero un bambino, lui ci avrà avuto 16 anni più o meno.
Anche meno.
Quant'è?
3 euro.
Ecco. Quant'è che rimanete voi?
Fino a domenica.
Quindi ci vedremo sicuramente.
Sì. Cristian, io comincio ad andare che accompagno Giovanni in bagno.
Prendo il resto e bene.
È stato un piacere, Luca.
Mio.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Grazie. Ci vediamo.
Dov'è che state voi?
Al camping.
Ah, ok. Pure io.
Mi fa piacere.
Sto al 5A.
Ciao.
A kinky thriller from Italian director Lorenzo Caproni, The Den tells a tense psychosexual parable about forbidden desires and BDSM role-playing. At the seaside resort, a man, his wife, and child are enjoying the surf, building sandcastles and soaking up the sun. The serene atmosphere of their family vacation is soon broken, however, by the arrival of a seductive younger man, whose past reveals a secret that slowly draws a shadow across the day. Fully tempted by the younger man's not-so-subtle flirtations, the husband finds himself venturing to a private cabin where the line between fantasy and reality begins to blur. Next up, Keep Coming Back. Keep Coming Back stars newcomer Bruce Pintos as Emilio, an 18-year-old who can hardly keep his hormones under control. He's suddenly faced with handling the cursed inheritance of a royal dovecote for carrier pigeons following the death of his mother. Looking to settle his mother's debts, Emilio and his mother's boyfriend Juan uncover a legacy of local bird racing championship prizes in their pigeon coop, inspiring them to begin training their feathered flock for an upcoming race. As Emilio navigates a weighty cocktail of new, all-consuming sensations, including grief, lust, and romantic longing, he discovers the local community's erotic gay underworld. Surreal and packed with offbeat humor, this fascinating feature film is one of the most vivid and original queer coming-of-age films in recent memory. Season 3 of Deku's original comedy Danny Will Die Alone is here, and honestly, third time's the charm, right? New episodes start February 12th, and to celebrate, new subscribers get 33% off their first 3 months when you use the promo code THIRDTIME, only on Deku.com. So head to Deku.com, enter Third Time, and start streaming Danny Will Die Alone. Deku adds at least 3 gay movies every week on top of its extensive catalog of queer classics, short films, and gay cinema from around the globe. Like and subscribe to our channel and join us next week for another new edition of Deku Digest.